Onboarding might take a week or 2 weeks, depending on how great the person is. At the end of that time, we do a lead coach assessment. So that means that they would be ready to go, mic ready, and you are confident they could lead that class, and you give them your blessings to go off and lead. So this is a really detailed breakdown of every step that they need to hit along the way. So we know that there's certain elements that as F45 we're looking to hit, and as Club Sports Group, we're also looking now to incorporate to elevate that experience. So you will see at the top that there is a score card. It's either mark a Y for a hell yes or an N, which is a no, but with all the love. And we're going to talk about how soon they could redo this if, let's say, they do not pass with an 80% on everything. So you write down all their information, their name, the location, when did they start their employment, and who you are. If you're the manager doing the evaluation, the head trainer, typically one of those two people. It could be your athletics rep, your DM. So you just mark down who coordinated. We're going to start from like the start, which is pre-class section A. First things first, did they arrive on time? Did they arrive 15 minutes, not 13 minutes, not 11 minutes? That would be a N. 15 minutes, that would give them their Y. Every shift has some opening duties. They look different during every block. Did they come in and did they complete those in the allotted time they have? Did they come in full uniform? Did they come in the shirt you provided? Are they wearing their black or navy bottoms, athletic shoes? They turn on the music. That's like number one. I turn on the music because some members arrive early, right? We ask Green Stars to come 15 minutes early. We want them to come into a studio that has some energy. Okay, so bring up that music with the specific playlist that was sent for the day. Has watched all the videos on the F45 TV app and understands the function and purpose of the workout. If they have some homework to do before they get into the space, are they doing a walkthrough? Has reviewed priority stations and are prepared with coaching techniques, right? So especially if you're doing a solo class, you're going to pick out those priority stations, the more complex stations that you're going to demo for the class. Have they reviewed the mind-body roster? Do they know the Green Stars and any applicable notes about them, right? If your student has a hot list, a note where you keep track of them, did they go? Did they review them? They should have the iPad checking to see who's coming in to solidify modifications, station rotations, equipment, and all the station markers that are placed physically. That's important, right? Sometimes during classes, things get shuffled around. So making sure they're getting themselves organized, doing their walkthrough. If there is a co-coach, doing that walkthrough together, having their little team huddle before, going through the stations, discussing any modifications they want to talk about at certain stations, and really, really leading the charge. Is present at the front of the studio, smiling and greeting people when they come in. Are they addressing members by name? Very important. We want our members to feel connected and that we remember them and we know who they are and that we really, truly care, because I know that we all do. I know for some of these trainers, they are new, so they might not know everyone's name yet, but are they at least conducting themselves in a positive manner, introducing themselves, asking to be reminded of their name, and really still creating that warm, welcoming environment. Inquires members about any physical state, right? Are you sore from yesterday's workout? Is there anything bothering you that we haven't talked about? Kind of just a little check-in. Maybe not doing listen, they're going to do this for every member walking in, but did they at least do it once or twice? That would get that. I would put a yes. The expectation isn't every member, but just that they are checking in with as many people as possible. So now classes, they've done all the things, class is starting. They should restart the playlist right before class starts, that minute before. That way it's not running out during class, because no one loves when the music shuts off during class. The microphone, right? Well, all of our studios have the microphone. They're on and ready. They tested the volume before, make sure it's all good, and we are ready to rock when class starts. Confidence, positivity, enthusiasm. I need to know that you want to be there and that you want me to be here too. I'm presenting this workout for everyone. I know I didn't create it, but I spent a lot of time thinking about it, thinking about the modifications. So I'm now presenting it to the class. They should feel like the leader in that space. Okay, that's section A, right? So that's right before they start talking about the class itself. Now, we know with Green Stars, this might look a little bit different. There's going to be some different things that we got to do. So we have our section B, which is a pre-class Green Star protocol. If there's no Green Star, this does not need to be filled out. If there is a Green Star, as you notice, the boxes are green, and that will indicate that's for the Green Star as we go through the rest of this. When they're walking in right there at their front with the iPad and the towels, do they greet them and welcome them as arrived? From there, they're going to take their picture on mind-body sign their waiver. Those usually go hand in hand, little photo op, and then get the waiver signed. After that, what do we do? A studio tour. Let me bring you in here. If you're solo, let me give you a tour. If there is a co-coach, you're going to head off over to Anna. She's going to give you a tour. If there are more than one, I always like to make sure I give very clear instructions on first where they need to walk into the studio, put down their stuff. And then at 5 minutes before class, you're going to meet me by the F45 sign, and I'm going to give all of my fabulous new guests a studio tour. So conducting some really clear instructions, still with positive enthusiasm tone. That way it helps feel very organized and helps you be able to work very effectively. In that studio tour, you're going to inquire about any injuries or any other information that you need to communicate to your team. Going into the intro warm-up. So as a solo coach, right, you're going to maintain your positive energy that you have the whole time, which we love. Turn down the music a little bit so all of our members can hear your fabulous voice. You want to call everyone onto the blue track, standing, no talking. Everyone should come on down and be ready to go. Clearly understand the function of the workout by introducing the timing, sets, the format, the laps thoroughly and clearly. Do you understand what that person just said? It should make sense. And that's my biggest tell is like, do I understand what they're saying to me? It might not be in that order, and that's okay. It might sound a bit different order-wise, but do you understand the workout? And that would be a yes. Do they introduce themselves? Do they introduce all the green stars that are there? If there are any injuries, right? You want to give it a big shout out. Hey, if anyone has any injuries, let me know during the warm up so I can make sure I have the right adjustments for you. At the end, right before the demo start, I always like to let the class know, hey, I'm solo coaching today. What's going to happen is you're going to turn your attention to the wonderful athletes on the screen, and we're going to start at station 1. In that way, the whole class heard you, they're ready, and now they're looking at station 1 on the screen. You can identify clearly the number of the station. I think y'all heard me. We're starting at station number 1. From there, you want to explain the execution of the exercise, right? Do they do that clearly? Do you understand it? I know there's only 10 seconds, right? Do they focus on the right elements of that movement, the specific elements that make that movement specific? So do they just focus on the 1, 2, 3 key points and then move on? Are they maintaining professional coach positioning? They're not crossing their arms, their hands aren't in their pocket, they're not leaning back on the wall, they're engaged, they're still moving through the room, saying the station numbers. Are they then identifying those stations that are a little more complex and returning the attention to them from the class to demonstrate that station? From there, it's all done. They did it all. They did a great job. They're going to invite everyone onto the track to get warmed up. They'll go back. They're going to turn the music up. They'll walk around and assign those stations in an intentional and effective way. They got to think of the class as a whole. On a weight day, who are we pairing together? Are they going to fight over weights? Things to really think about when they are intentionally setting up their class. Always, if there's a green star, signing them to station number 1, right? It's going to give them the simplest class experience. We always say confused class is not a good class. So let's not make it confusing. Start them at 1. From there, if there's some time left, announcing the warm-ups on the mic, where they should be feeling that in their body. Warm-up is over. Bring the music down. Pause the remote till everyone's at their station. Invite the members to introduce themselves to their partner, and then repeat the timing and strategy before the timer goes off. And then you adjust the music back up to your class volume, 8 out of 10. And then we get started with our workout. So now during the class, section D, first things first, got to check in with that green star, right? Are they situated? How's their form looking? Really being intentional with providing that experience for them. From there, you want to scan the room and you approach your highest priority members, right? You can see when you look through, are they isolating the person with the rounded back during their deadlift, the person lifting too heavy and having compromised form? Right? Are they going to those people first before adjusting the other folks? And where are they standing when they're queuing? Are they moving in front of them instead of coming from behind them? Listen, I used to do that. I used to scare people, but I've learned not good to do when someone's holding weights. So being very, very thoughtful on how they're moving through that room and moving up to people to cue them. When you are solo, you are looking at everyone always. So on your way to help someone, are you having little coaching moments as well and finding little unique ways to still assist and encourage? They make meaningful connections with members in a positive manner. Right? They're really spending that time. They have patience and understanding. They maintain appropriate balance between the one-on-one coaching and the full class. I like to call it drive-by coaching. Both exist, and I love it. You got to do both. But like I mentioned, are they being intentional with their one-on-one moments while incorporating some of those full class? Maybe it's on the mic motivation or your smaller drive-by coaching moments. With our Green Star, they want to stay ahead of the Green Star at most or for all stations, dependent on their skill level, to assist with whatever is needed that will be safe and help them execute a very fun, non-confusing class. And sometimes, especially if they are new to a workout, you might really need to be with them at every station. They're going to need that assistance. So just really having that eye on those Green Stars to be the focal point of this experience of the class. Are they offering those motivational words and encouragement to the Green Stars in this section to affirm their efforts? You know, for some people that it's their first day, just having good form is a huge win, right? If they take that small adjustment and you walk by and they kept that adjustment, like, yeah, way to go. Like, that looks great. Way to remember, because it's the small wins. You know, I think that's why we all live at 45. You always feel like you win and that you're doing 1% better. So make sure they feel that too. Shows charisma and dedication to the class with high fives, warmth, right? During water breaks, are they high-fiving people? How is their tone? How is their interaction with the members? It offers support at one station for at least 20 to 30 seconds, at least. It better be. Spend the time. Like, that's what members want. They want coaching. They're coming for training. They want to be trained. So are they spending that time? Are they looking over that form, being motivational, giving them those little wins? And for our experienced members, are they pushing them? Are they finding those ways to count their reps and give them targets and really, really motivate them to be better? Maintains accessibility of any and all equipment at each station by organizing. That's step one. Are they organizing the space to make sure it's conducive for the workout? And then adding when necessary. What does that mean? If there's someone that needs something heavier, are they grabbing it? If there's someone that needs something lighter, if you're looking at a snatch, maybe the Green Star just needs a plain bar with nothing on it. Are they grabbing that for them? So just being aware of the space and the equipment that's on the floor. Demonstrates awareness of the most challenging movements, ready to support members who need the most assistance, right? There's some days we have those cleans that they really do need some time to spend with members. Are they identifying those and spending the appropriate time with members to get them at a place where they're doing the movement safely, right? If we're doing a Romanian deadlift, are they cueing the hinge? If they then ask that person to bend their knees and make it a squat, then there's some education and workshopping that we should do with this trainee. Provides appropriate and effective modifications, regressions, progressions. We talk about this all the time. Every member can use something. There's never someone that can't. This looks like so many things. There's so many things in this bucket to pull from. And this is how we tailor that experience to be one-on-one for our members. It is those small things. It is counting that extra rep. It is giving a target. It is grabbing that lighter weight. It is grabbing that harder band. So are they doing that to elevate the experience for everyone around them? And then has 3 touch points or more with every member. And touch points to me are those one-on-one moments, 20 to 30 seconds, very doable. The best way to gauge this is pick 2 members and watch them. Do they go to those 2 people 3 times? So you focus on 2 people. You can't obviously focus on everyone and jot down who they're going to. Just pick 2 members. Did they go to Anna 3 times in this class? If they did, guess what? You put a Y. If it was twice, guess what? It's an N. Coming down this next page, uses all 4 types of coaching cues: visual, verbal, tactile, and mental. There's so much. Are they using a little bit of everything? Everyone learns differently. So it's important that we do use all elements of the education and the knowledge that we have to really provide a great experience. Encourages appropriate weight. Very important. It goes both sides, right? Some people are lifting way too heavy. Some people are lifting way too light. So encouraging. And then being there to support after they make someone lift heavier. And then maintains balance between fun and professional. It's got to be both. People are coming to us to have fun, but they're coming to us to have fun because we're professionals at our job and we're giving them some great training at the same time. Section E, hydration break. Who doesn't love some hydration? I need some water. Adjust music down a little bit. That way people can recover and breathe, and you can talk. Announcing the pod transitions, the room rotations, right? There's some workouts that require a lot more explanation. Are they doing that clearly and concise in making sure people know where they're going? scan the room if anyone seems lost, if there's any confusion, and then facilitate hands-on. Sometimes you need to go and be like, hey, over here, come over here, this pod. Right, so just making sure that they are keeping it organized and allowing people to figure out where they need to go. It honestly helps people out. We take class, we know how tiring it is and how lost we can get when we're like, there's only 30 seconds to drink water. Where am I going? So just being aware of those people to be like, I'll help you. I got you. And then once class starts, music comes back up, and then we're into that next pod. Coming down for section F, it's all about your voice and coaching vocals. I think the mic's great because I get to play with my voice all the time. I'll be like, all right, let's do this, team. Let's get swole. And it sounds really great on the mic and like deep. I have fun. So audible, the voice is distinct from the music and the background noise. If it isn't, are they able to go and make those adjustments to ensure that their mic is a little bit louder than the music? We want to be able to hear them always. Concise. Every word can be easily understood, right? This is on a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being not at all, and 10 being, that was great. I'm impressed, markedly impressed. And I was with my example earlier. Are they positive on the mic? Affirmative words of encouragement, non-threatening or negative. They're not putting down or talking badly about the F45 workout, despite them not loving the running arms station, and still talking positively about it because, hey, work is work. Get your heart rate up. Motivating. See, I just did it. That was great. That'd be a 10. Okay, 10 for that. Motivating, very important. Not cheerleading. It's more substantial than woo and claps. Are they being very intentional with what they're saying on the mic? I have an 80-20 rule with the mic. 20% on, 80% off, right? So that means those moments need to be very specific and intentional. Are they confident, calm, collected, direct, engaging, and professional? On a scale of 1 to 10, and again, a lot of this is going to happen throughout the class. There isn't going to be like one section here. There are some parts that are linear. The introduction before the class starts is linear. There's those key things you want to hit. They don't always happen in that order, but they're happening in that time before class. During class, you're going to get some of those things at all times. And same with coaching vocals. It's going to happen between all sections of the class. Class is now over. Section G, post-class, maintains class volume. So it's still pretty high for 10 to 15 seconds after the class, just so there's not a huge abrupt change in the tone, right? People just finish, like endorphins are running high. We're all feeling good. So just keeping the volume up and the energy up, and then switching it down to cool down music or just turning it down to allow people to like breathe and rest. With the stretch, the cool down, are they leading the stretch, talking about what muscles they should be feeling, how to do the movements, if there's any progressions or regressions within that stretch, are they cueing that breath work through it? After that, it would be including tomorrow's workout and invites members back, completes the post-class script. Congratulations on completing the class. All right, tomorrow we got duo. My name is Vass. I'm teaching 10 to noon. Come check it out. I could add you on MindBody if you want to get booked in right now. If not, book in on the F45 training app. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Eat more protein, always. From there, if you need to remind any class announcements at the end, just reminding people as they walk out. Challenges started, pre-sales on, sign up now, whatever it may be. Saying goodbye to members, having a little chat. If there are green stars, again, that's the focus. So making sure we're going over the green stars. You're going to congratulate them and continue any of the discovery conversation that you may have missed. So if there's any holes that you're still looking for, any questions, ask them. And then based on the conversation you've had, price presenting the appropriate membership for them and booking them into the next class for tomorrow. Your end of class duties, right? Making sure the room looks good. If you have to fill any green star sheets out, communicate to whoever, then you're good to go. And that would be your shift report being sent and complete. Section H would be our off-class requirements, that they take class twice a week, that they take our huddles and complete the pro coach quiz. When they're taking class, still engaging with members, right? They are still like part of the community and just reinforcing our coach culture as that positive energy that we want to lead in our studio. Members love to see coaches in class. Has general knowledge of nutrition, right? So if members are asking, they can give some tips. I would say I'm not a nutritionist, but this is what I do. These are the things I do that have worked for me. Like I could talk about my experience always, right? There's no wrong in that. And then if a member does need help, you can guide them to the right place and understands in Body Machine, right? This is going to come up with challenges and how to break it down. We know they won't know this from day one or first week, second week, but things for them to think about for when we do our biannual evaluations, because they will come up as part of their scoring. We're giving them some insight into what to prepare and what to really work on for their next evaluation.